What is up, guys? It is Mets, and in this video I am going to be giving my predictions for week 1 of the 2024 NFL season. In the first matchup, you got the Thursday night football matchup of the Baltimore Ravens and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are coming off of a Super Bowl win, and the Ravens are coming off of an AFC Championship loss to the Chiefs. Now, my pick for this is going to be the Baltimore Ravens, because A, the Ravens are going to come out hungry, wanting revenge against the Chiefs, and also the Chiefs just normally get off to a pretty slow start to the season anyway. In the next matchup, you got the Brazil matchup of the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. You got an Eagles team who had a monumental collapse at the end of last season, losing in the wild card to the Buccaneers, while the Packers actually made it past the wild card, beating out the Dallas Cowboys in blowout fashion, just to lose to the 49ers in the divisional round. Now, in the offseason, of course, the Eagles got guys like Saquon Barkley to help out their team. They lost Hassan Reddick to the Jets, but, they got Bryce Huff. That's his name. I'm not dumb, I swear. And to be honest, I just think that this Eagles team is the better team right now. Next up, you got the bathroom break of the 1 o'clock matchups. You got the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints. I'm just going to circle them now. The Saints are winning this game. Now, the Saints, they're not great, right? They got Chase Young in the offseason. That defense is really solid. The offense has a bunch of question marks because of Derek Carr. Is he the guy? Doubtful. But the Panthers are just on another level of just not good. I don't expect them to win too many games this season, to be honest. And I just think that the Saints are a slightly better team. Next up, you got the Vikings taking on the Giants. Oh, Vikings fans, I feel for you here, because you lost your rookie quarterback that you drafted in the first round for the entire season. Now, even though that happened, I'm still 100% taking the Vikings, even with Sam Darnold. Daniel Jones is terrible, dude. That Giants defense is great, but let's be honest, the secondary could be better. They lost Xavier McKinney. They lost Saquon. I personally think that Devin Singletary was a really good pickup for them to replace Saquon, but that's not Saquon. It's not Saquon. And to be honest, I just see the Vikings as a better team right now. So I'm going to take the Vikings. In the next matchup, you got the New England Patriots taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals, they got their quarterback, and that's not Joe Burrow, that's Cody Rhodes, man. I don't know what happened, but, still Joe Burrow, though. He's a great quarterback when he's healthy. The question is if he stays healthy. Now, that Patriots defense is really good. Drake May, I believe, was announced the starter. I don't remember. But this should be a bloody massacre, where the Bengals absolutely cook up the Patriots. Next up, you got the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, if I made this video a month ago, I would have said the Steelers, because I didn't think the Falcons were going to be good. But, over the past couple weeks, they traded for Matt Judon. They signed Justin Simmons, who's going to have to pair up with Jesse Bates as a safety duo. That is an elite. They now have one of the best defenses in the league. They have Kirk Cousins, who is a pretty solid, serviceable quarterback. He's going to do great. We're going to probably see, with Arthur Smith gone, we're going to see more Bijan production, more Kyle Pitts production, more Drake London production. And though that Steelers defense is elite, I will be taking the Atlanta Falcons to win this game. Next up, if you can ignore my shitty handwriting, you got the Texans taking on the Colts. The Texans, oh my god, they're good. CJ Stroud, amazing, elite right now. Now, will he suffer from the sophomore slump is yet to come, but I believe that he will be perfectly fine. They picked up Stephon Diggs, they picked up Danielle Hunter. They had a great offseason. The Colts did not do anything at all. Like literally at all. They just re-signed all their guys, which is fine because with Gardner Minshew, they almost made a playoff berth, which would have cost the Texans their playoff berth, and we would not be nearly as high on them. I think that people are sleeping on the Colts way too much, but I am still definitely taking Houston. If I could... Okay. I should stop looking for my phone and just circle it like a normal person. But yeah, I think that the Texans are going to win. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means, but I think that the Texans are just a better team right now. Next up, you got the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Buffalo Bills. So, the Cardinals, you got Marvin Harrison Jr. Amazing draft pick right there. Exactly who you needed. You bolstered that defense a bit, but even with... You lost Marquise Brown, which sucks, but, he didn't really do much for you last season anyway. Now, the Bills, right? You lost Trey White. You lost Micah Hyde. You lost Jordan Poyer. You lost Mitch Morse. You lost Gabe Davis. You lost Stephon Diggs. You lost so many pieces, and people are still picking you to be a playoff team because of Josh Allen. Josh Allen is a dog, bro. He is, even as a Jets fan, I'll admit this, Josh Allen is one of the best quarterbacks in the league, hands down. And also, I just think that right now the Cardinals are still kind of not contending yet. So, I'm taking the Bills to win this game here. Tragic. Next up, you got the Tennessee Titans taking on the Chicago Bears. This is one of the most underrated matchups of the entire week. Hear me out. So, the Bears, a top 3 receiving core in the league probably, with Rome Odunze, DJ Moore, Keenan Allen. You got Cole Kmet, you got Gerald Everett, you got Caleb Williams running that offense, you signed DeAndre Swift, you got Kevin Byard. You made pickups. The Bears are going to be a good team this year, and there's no denying that. But people, because of the division that they're in, are sleeping on the Titans. But you gotta give them props for their offseason. They did some crazy work to their secondary, adding Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs from the Seahawks, as well as trading for L'Jarius Sneed and getting Chidobe Awuzie. On top of that, you get Calvin Ridley, you got Tyler Boyd, you got Tony Pollard, who admittedly is probably just another Ezekiel Elliott now. Because we want Tyjae Spears. Anyways, the Titans are going to be much better than people think. Now, that being said, though, I'm taking the Chicago Bears to win the game. I said they were going to be a good team, but I don't think that they are going to be the Bears here. Next up, you got the Battle of Florida. You got the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Miami Dolphins. The Jaguars, you lost Calvin Ridley. Fine. Josh Allen changed his name for some reason. I guess. Honor his family. I don't really know. Trevor Lawrence. Humongous question mark going into the series. Trevor Lawrence. You want him to succeed, but you can't really guarantee that he's going to succeed. Meanwhile, you got Tua, who has just literally the entire Olympic track team on his team with Hill, Waddle, Achane, Mostert. The Dolphins are going to be a crazy team this season. This marker is dying, by the way. I'm taking the Dolphins to win this game here. I think that the Jaguars are going to be solid this season, but I think that the Dolphins are just going to be better. We still have 6 more games to go, guys. Let's push. You got the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Denver Broncos. Do I even have to say anything, really? If I could circle this. Sorry if the camera's a little messed up here. But, come on, guys. Do we really trust this team? Look at that name. They're the Broncos. It's the Broncos. Bo Nix, I have no faith in. I don't like Bo Nix all that much. I think that he was probably the worst first-round quarterback to go. even when you consider that Michael Penix went to the most useless team he possibly could have went to, you gotta keep in mind, he he's okay, but I'm not a believer. Uncle Howdy's great. I just think that the Seahawks are a better team. Their defense was going to be solid. Their offense is always going to be solid with DK Metcalf, JSN, Tyler Lockett, K9. Great team overall. Pretty underrated, to be honest. And they're much better than the Broncos. Next up, you got the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, the Chargers got Harbaugh. I don't know who their wide receiver one is. It's like Ladd McConkey, Josh Palmer. Like, are you hearing these names? Then you got the Raiders who have like Devontae and stuff. They're fine, but they have a humongous problem at quarterback with Gardner Minshew and Aiden O'Connell. Like, at least the Chargers have a quarterback. Justin Herbert to the Raiders. I'm joking. It's one of the more iffy matchups I have here, but I'm gonna take the Chargers, I believe, because, wow, yeah, no, this marker is literally on his last licks. I just think I trust Harbaugh more than a technically rookie head coach. Look, he was the interim last year, but I just have more faith in the Chargers. I don't really have an explanation for this one. They're both going to be kind of just mid this season. Next up, you have the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Cowboys, they totally regressed, right? Like, they lost pieces. Their running back is Ezekiel Elliott, dude. Like, what? Ezekiel Elliott. You lost Tyron Smith to the Jets, of course. Thank you. Thank you, Cowboys. And then you got the Browns. Their team is great. Like, Amari Cooper, I like the Jerry Jeudy pickup, actually. Say what you want about him. I think it was a great pickup. And Njoku is a great tight end. You have that absolutely monster defense. The question mark is Deshaun Watson. Like a lot of teams, the quarterback. Will Deshaun Watson even remotely come close to his Texans form is the real question. That's what we don't know. And knowing the NFL, the Cowboys are winning this game. If this marker would work. Hey, it kind of works. Thank you, marker. Yeah, I just think the Cowboys are probably going to find a way to BS their way into a win here. The Cowboys will always be a regular season team and then blow it in the playoffs somehow. It's just inevitable, so I'm picking the Cowboys. Next up, you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Washington Commanders. The Commanders, you got your guy. You got Jaden Daniels, and as an LSU fan, I kind of hope y'all succeed because I love Jaden Daniels so much. But of course, you lost Jahan Dotson to the Eagles. Interesting pickup. You got a bunch of signings, but there are a lot of washed players, but like at least it's better than what you had, right? They're honestly not nearly as bad as people are saying that they are. Then you got the Bucks. You got Evans back. You got Baker back. You didn't do too much in free agency, if anything at all. You got Whitehead. You got Whitehead. There's that, I guess. I will take the Buccaneers coming off of their playoff berth. I think that they are better than the Commanders at the moment. But do not sleep on the Commanders. They could be a sneaky little wild card team if you let them. Next up on Sunday Night Football, you got the LA Rams taking on the Detroit Lions. Ooh, this is going to be a good matchup. Wild card rematch. Matt Stafford versus Jared Goff. Again. So, of course, in the wild card, the Lions beat the Rams 24-23 in an absolutely amazing game, right? Now, going into this season, I think a lot of people are sleeping on the Rams because of the loss of Aaron Donald. They drafted Fisk and Verse, of course, to try and replace the Aaron Donald production. You're never going to replace the Aaron Donald production. But you got to keep in mind, they upgrade their secondary with, like, Trey White. Puka is a god. Cooper Kupp, finally at 100%. Matt Stafford is at 100% to start the year. I could totally see the Rams making another really far playoff push. Like, I could see them going far into the playoffs this season. But, according to my Super Bowl predictions, I have the Lions and the Texans. And I think that the Lions are going to be a nightmare of a team for the league to deal with. So I'm going to go with the Detroit Lions. And finally, my favorite match, because it's between my two favorite teams on Monday Night Football. You got the New York Jets versus the San Francisco 49ers. Oh, this is going to be a good game. So, let's talk about something before we start off here. Of course, it's not on the MetLife turf, right? But remember who sacked Aaron Rodgers when he got injured? Leonard Floyd. You want to know what team he's on now? This team. Now, assuming Aaron Rodgers can actually, do snaps and crap, actually take snaps and shit, actually plays this season, maybe? I'm very annoyed, by the way. I think the Jets are going to be a dangerous team. My only concern is, the drama. We're having a lot of drama right now, and I don't appreciate it. Now, the Niners. You lost Armstead. Fine. That's whatever. You didn't lose too many pieces. You didn't really gain too many pieces. Ricky Pearsall, get better soon, man. That's so tragic. Right before your regular season debut and that happens to you. That's so tragic. But, for this prediction, and you'll find this out for the rest of the season, I'm quite the biased Jets fan, man. Give me the New York... Wow, that did not do anything. Hold on, let me just try and get, at least a bit. Give me the New York Jets to go 17-0. I know damn well we are not going 17-0. I'm just trying to cope. But I'm probably going to be picking the Jets every game because I want them to win so badly. They haven't made the playoffs in so long, man. Anyways, I think this is actually going to be a really good game. And whoever wins, I won't be too mad. But give me my New York Jets. So just to recap the results. I have the Ravens over the Chiefs. The Eagles over the Packers. The Saints over the Panthers. The Vikings over the Giants. The Bengals over the Patriots. The Falcons over the Steelers. The Texans over the Colts. The Bills over the Cardinals. The Bears over the Titans, the Dolphins over the Jaguars, the Seahawks over the Broncos, the Raiders over the Chargers, the Cowboys over the Browns, the Bucks over the Commanders, the Lions over the Rams, and the Jets over the 49ers. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, side note, Tom Grassi, I'm winning your Pick'em League, buddy. Anyway, like and subscribe. Bye.